everybody, I'm Eric the Counselor.
And I'm Des Perry.
This is a lifestyle show
About improving your mental health.
You ready?
Let's experience mental health. And we live, man. What's up, man?
Let's have a great show.
All right.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Eric the Counselor, and welcome to today's edition of Experience Mental Health, the podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm the co-host, Des Perry. What's going on, Eric?
Big dog. What's up,
What's
man?
happening? Man, hey, man, it's been a long day. First of all, how your day been?
My
Let's
day's
just
been
start there,
pretty
huh?
good. It's been
Pretty
a
good.
day. Yeah, we're recording at night. So
Yes,
normally
yes,
we
it
record
is.
earlier in the day.
In the day, and now we had to make sure that we still got an episode in to be able to release out to the world, because like I said, you guys, our listeners, people that are subscribed and tuned into us, y'all are our motivation.
The motivation.
So what are we without you guys? You know what I'm saying? Y'all get yourself together. Get yourself, come on. The bubble, is it Bubble Vest season already?
It is.
You got your Bubble Vest.
It most definitely is Bubble Vest season. And so you're going to see me in this like every day until it becomes.
Oh, goodness.
Every day until the spring.
You know, you can just put on a real jacket. You can put a real jacket on. You don't have to have a bubble vest. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about it, people think these aren't warm, but these things are, I mean, this is not like the warmest one, of course, but these things are pretty warm. Like when you wear these, you know, it's like, okay, I'm feeling good up in this joint. Keep it nice and toasty.
We need to make sure we get you an endorsement for a bubble vest, clearly, because
definitely not this.
You love bubble vests.
Put my finger right here.
Whatever that is.
But yeah, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We love our subscribers, and we really want to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's right there, Experience Mental Health. Go to youtube.com, Experience Mental Health. Click the subscribe button and listen to this. We're like 24 shows into our second season.
Second season.
We got some changes coming up for you guys.
Oh, so
that'll be like the launch of season 3. So just riding it out, man. You know, we don't have any set number of how many shows we're going to do in this season, but I kind of feel that the end is coming. And we got a new day is on the horizon.
All right. And you are right about that, because like I said, we got a lot of things that are coming in, and we talk all the time about trying to grow what it is that we're doing. And so like, again, like I mentioned already, to our listeners, you know what I'm saying, we do this for you guys and to be able to get you guys experiencing mental health, which is what the name of the show is about and what we're all about. So, you know, hey.
Yeah, man. So listen, let's what we got? We gotta tell the folks about Great Convo. Oh yeah,
definitely. Yeah, a big shout out to Great Convo Media, who is our player partners over there. You know who we are connected with. Great Convo, their progressive new podcast network, focused on culturally diverse and culturally relevant content. And you know they're founded by podcasters for podcasters. So they're all about building fun and entertaining shows with passion and purpose, like us. That's why we're a part.
That's what
you know
do.
What I'm saying? You know, that's exactly what we do, and that's why we thought it was a great fit to go over there and join our good people over at Great Convo. So if you want to tap into all the other list of podcasts that they have on their platform, make sure you check them out at greatconvo.com. You do not, man, they got all types of stuff on there. They got a wrestling podcast, battleground podcast. They got a podcast if you're an entrepreneur. Shout out to Marcus Whitney. They got one for couples. Yeah, All That I Need podcast. They got
All I Need. Yeah, you're All I Need.
They got the All I Need podcast popping over there. So, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, check them out at greatconvo.com. They got a lot of great stuff going on over there. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. We are really excited to be a part of the Great Convo Media family. Like Des said, it's a new podcast platform. We're taking over, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We teamed up with all the best podcasts in the area.
Yeah.
We are bringing you fun and engaging content. So go to greatconvo.com. Also, we want to let you guys know that we have our third installment of Experiencing Black. I said
experience mental health. You telling me to get it together.
It's late in the day, man.
It's late in the day. It's like, that's what it is.
I'm not as sharp as I would be at 8 in the morning, which we never do this at 8 in the morning. But anyhow, so yeah, we got our third installment of Experiencing Mental Health for Black Men coming up on, it's going to be November the 22nd. That's a Sunday. We're going to get it kicked off at 6:30 p.m. We're going to be streaming it live on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
So go back to our YouTube channel on Sunday, November the 22nd. at 6:30 p.m. We are going to be live streaming Experiencing Mental Health for Black Men. This installment, we're going to be focusing on 4 men who have all had experience with being incarcerated.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a conversation around Black men and incarceration and the impact that it has on your mental health. And here's why we're going to have that conversation. 1 in 3 Black men have been into jail in the United States. 1 in 3. 1 in 3 Black men has been to jail in the United States. And so if there's one other person on this show with us, there's the likelihood is
them going to be in jail. It probably
one
would have
of
been
us-
Ron. It probably would have been Ron, and Ron
would be
has
Ron.
been to jail.
Ron is at 1.
That's
So there you go.
accurate.
We are the perfect example of 1 in 3. But yeah, we're going to have a conversation about that. And Ron is going to be leading that conversation. We got some great, awesome guys who have backstories. And then when you hear their backstory and you hear where they are today, you're just going to be blown away by these men. And so we want to encourage you guys to tune in with us on November the 22nd on our YouTube channel, Experiencing Mental Health for Black Men. We got a great conversation lined up for you guys then. All right, man.
Yeah.
DP, how you feeling, man? Let's check in with each other. Like, how's your health? How's your mental health been lately?
Man, my mental health right now, to be honest, I think I'm doing a lot better. And it's like I try to continuously stay in a positive mindset, especially as we're wrapping up on the year. And I think that's part of the reason the year is coming to an end. So it's like I'm feeling better and I'm looking for more, I guess, a better 2021, a better new year, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for the new opportunities that are to come. And, it's like, okay, let me put this year kind of behind me and just move on to bigger and better things. So I think that's ultimately why I'm feeling. And I mentioned to you before that, I'm to a point where I'm really just trying to wind down my year and trying to wrap up because I'm still doing work out here. I'm still editing. I'm still producing videos out here for multiple different people. But I'm trying to wrap up on different projects that I have in the city and just let this last month really, as I go into December, let that be the month of me just ultimately relaxing and preparing myself going into the new year. So I think that's what I'm really looking forward to. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to be able to do that. So, yeah. What about you, my man?
Man, I've been doing better. I had the big move. About 10 days ago. And so I've been in the transition. And we'll talk more about transition. So it's kind of like what we want to talk about. But I've just been in transition days. I'm waking up in a new house every morning, still trying to have that feeling.
Like, where am I?
You know what I'm saying? I slept in my living room for the first time the other night, just watching TV there. And I woke up in the middle of the night like, oh, okay.
Where am I at?
I knew where I was, but it doesn't necessarily feel like home yet.
Just yet, I got you.
We're still, filling out the house. We basically have a bare. It's not bare. We bought like the beds and the couches. We got kitchen tables and things like that. But it's like a blank slate, man. And we're just building a house.
I just seen that Tiffany just posted y'all's first real meal in the house. It looked like a healthy meal. I mean, to be honest, I didn't see any meat. I will point that out. I didn't see any meat. I was gonna comment and be like, where the meat at? But it was, she had some chopped vegetables and stuff like that, little sauteing on the iron. So, I was like, okay, all right.
So yeah, I've been just in transition days and trying to manage my emotions, honestly.
Yeah.
So I've been okay, just, hanging in there, doing what I got to do to stay healthy and just looking at somebody's texting me.
Yeah. Look at you. Look at me.
Just
distracted. So, yeah, but I think that's important though.
I'm doing better. I'll say that. I'm doing better.
But no, that's definitely important, and I think that I'll even mention this to Jackie earlier today that, I just feel that now that, I've had the opportunity to experience mental health for myself, being around people like you and Ron Johnson and being able to really tap in on my own mentality and realizing that, these are things that I need to, take better care of, not just my physical health, not what I'm just eating or anything, but like what I'm thinking about and, what I'm putting in my mind. And taking care of my mind and, trying to lower my anxieties and stuff. So I feel like, taking the time to be able to have conversations like we're having right now and help better ourselves, man,
It seems simple for us to sit here and have this conversation.
And it does
But what
seem
we're doing
simple.
is so powerful. We are breaking the stigma, like just simply having this conversation with each other and sharing how we, are experiencing life with other people. We're teaching through experience. We're teaching people how to have improved mental health through our own experiences and through the experiences of our guests. And just even through the experience of our listeners, because sometimes our listeners reach out to us and they tell us, how they're experiencing mental health. And so it's just all good, man.
And it's good. And I feel like experiences or experiencing anything really is like the best teacher, being able to hear what somebody else has been through, because sometimes people like to figure stuff out the hard way, taking that L, and then they're like, oh, but sometimes if you have somebody that kind of guides you and be like, hey, I've been in this situation before and maybe what you're doing is not the perfect thing you should be doing. Let me listen. I could be like, okay, I can listen to him and not go down the same road because he's been here before. And, I can learn, I can be better and grow and mature and do all those good things. So, man. Yeah, this is important, man. And I appreciate having the opportunity to do this with you on a weekly basis.
So listen, man, what's some fun things you've been doing, man? What's some fun things?
All right, so like I mentioned, man, we winding down on the year. It's not too many things outside to do anymore. So what we doing? We in the house with it. It's a lot of Netflix and chilling, what I'm saying? And so I'm really appreciating it. I've figured out a good way to work out these monthly subscriptions. So the only thing I pay for is Netflix, right?
Yeah.
So then I got somebody else's Hulu. I got somebody else's Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? And you got to just spread the love out. So then I can get your password, you get my password. So I'm just tapping into all the little movie channel subscriptions and TV subscriptions. So we just been in the house. I just bought a brand new projector for the house.
Okay.
So look, I'll pop that projector up on the screen. We'll sit back and we'll watch something, just chill, relax, cuddle up a little bit.
You turning into your dad. You got a screen and a projector.
Okay, I do. And it's sad. It's so sad. It's so sad that I'm turning into that period, but it's okay though. I mean,
bound to happen.
It was bound to happen. I can't deny it. I stopped fighting it at this point.
Yeah, ain't no need to
go ahead and accept it. So yeah, got a projector, and we just enjoying the time spent at the home. And I feel like those are more of the fun times because, like I said, that Rona's still out there alive. And yes, I do like to socialize, but gotta be safe out here. You know what I'm saying?
Rona, can't do it.
Yeah,
it's hindering my ability to have a lot of fun. But what me and the wife do, man, what I'm doing is, we are looking at like comedy, like Desi Banks. We'll just look at go to his page on Instagram and just look at videos and just laugh together all night long, or just watch something on like Netflix or some comedy, just trying to find reasons to laugh. And just having a good laugh, man. That's what me and my wife are doing. I need to still tap back into the fun part, man. Like I'm just, I've honestly been overwhelmed a lot lately. Reached out to my therapist, what I'm saying, got their good appointment scheduled because, it's just, I've been overwhelmed, to be honest. But I'm not like unstable, but I know when I'm not, vibing like I want to. And that's
so what are some things okay, you realize that about yourself, like what are some things that you do to kind of like get yourself back on track to get out of that unstableness?
Man, just really, number one, just get back to the things I normally do. Like working out. If I'm not working out, we're bike riding. And
that's true. Yeah.
I had started running. But right before I moved, I started running again because I wasn't riding. It was too cold. But now, since I moved, I haven't done anything, man. No working out.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
And so I could feel that. Like, I just feel different throughout the day. And so I need to get back, just getting back to the things I would normally do. That's how I break that funk and get back into it. And that's what anybody can do. If you are noticing yourself not doing the things that you would normally do, just get back into those things and do them again, and it'll come back to you. Like I need to get back into the gym. Now that I moved, I'll probably, be back in the gym regularly.
Go on, get you a membership somewhere, man.
Probably going back to 80-20, or there's a boxing gym right around the corner from my house. I want to kind of get into that, so I might be stopping in there. I'm gonna
Okay.
get
Okay. All right. Get back active. I think that's the most important. It's one of those stress relievers. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
When you feel that tension and that, that anxiety building up, it's like, okay, let me release some of this stuff by just getting out and getting a little exercise, get a little sweat in.
Yep. Yep. Man, so we're talking about stress, and like we want to talk about a few topics today because we're all going through so much together.
Oh
We've
yeah.
been talking about the pandemic all summer since the
All
spring.
summer. And I'm kind of sick of talking about it, to be
We're
honest,
not going to talk
man.
about that big Rona tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about like the election and the stress of it all. And I don't know, Des, I think we were just doing our little pre-show talk about you coming forth with the people and self-disclosing about yourself. And there's a specific reason that you might want to do that because of the topics that we talking about.
Yeah, and it was one of the things we was discussing.
Like dramatic, don't it?
Yeah, it was real dramatic how you just intro that in without. I was gonna mention it, but but no, we was gonna mention. With my religious belief, I am one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and so for a long time, we don't involve ourselves in politics and things like that. So, but I do understand people's anxiety and stress when it comes to election. People are, highly anxious about, the outcome of the election, who's going to win and what's going to be set in place for the next 4 years and things like that. So for myself, we never, like I mentioned, involved ourselves in politics because we look towards, a more heavenly kingdom. But what I feel like I get the most anxiety about is the fact that I don't involve myself in politics. And the number one question is, did you vote? Have you voted? Whose side are you? Are you kind of following on politically and things like that? And having to kind of back out of those conversations, because some people take that stuff seriously. It's like, hey, no, you gotta make your voice heard. You gotta pick a side. You gotta exercise your right to vote. And I just stand my ground and just fall back from those type of conversations. But I understand that how people can feel overly aggressive on my stance of not being decided and involved. Period. So yeah.
Well, number one, thank you for being vulnerable enough to share that.
Yeah.
Again, this show is about learning and accepting and just improving your own health. So I got a feeling that was probably good for you to just say that. And then also it's important to know that, your anxiety is real, even though it's different from what other people's anxiety is about this.
Yeah.
Yours is about having to back out of the conversation, having to not necessarily defend your religious belief, but having to defend your religious belief to some degree.
Yeah.
And I can see how that can be anxiety raising for you. And then on the other side, I'll be honest, man, I'm not anxious about it. I mean, I have some anxiety about it. But to be honest, on election night, I voted. I don't know. I did early voting. Election night, I went to sleep. I was just chilling, no stress.
Yeah.
And I think people are over consuming media.
Yeah. And I think that is one of the, I guess, the plus sides about, not being involved in politics and stuff like that. Because I was kind of the same way, election night. I think I tuned in. I was doing some work and I tuned in. I had it, on a little TV going, but I wasn't like really zoned into it and so focused on it. So when I got done with my work, I'll probably watch for a little bit and then I cut it off and went to sleep as well. And then the next day I'm not constantly checking news sources. Have they announced anybody yet? What's the verdict? I saw people on social media crying. Thank you. So he's out of there. I'm so glad he's not and it's like, that wasn't my feelings,
mine either. I went to sleep. I didn't watch it at all. Election night, didn't wake up, watch it. I did wake up the next day to see, all right, what happened. And I knew we would be where we were the day on November the 4th.
Yeah.
I knew we would be there. And I don't know, it's just so much. This whole thing is so historic, Des. And once again, I'm glad we're doing a show to record this moment in time where we have had an election. We have had a person who has done everything they need to do to secure the win, but the current president is refusing to initiate the transition. And with him refusing to do that, there's things that President-elect Biden cannot do because President Trump has not authorized the person to begin the transition process.
Crazy. But I think that, I think that's the biggest thing looking at this whole election that you can't help but see. Again, you know, not getting involved with politics, but it's ridiculous on, you know, the reactions of the presidential, you know, candidates, you know, how they're really the president, you know, reacting to the things that are happening, the things he's saying on social media and things. And it's just like, wow, you know, somebody who's supposed to be a leader, you know, acting in this way. It's like,
you know what? And this might be surprising. I told my wife this, and I've kind of had this in my mind. I think if Donald Trump wasn't the type of person that he is, he probably would be a good president.
So you say if he wasn't, you talking about like the things he says and the things he does. If he was an okay person,
I think he would be a good president because I like the fact that he just came in like, I'm gonna do it like this. Now, if we can get regular politicians to be as real and, you know, straightforward as Donald Trump and do it in a way that's, you know, people can consume it without being off-put by it. I mean, I think that would be a good quality to have in a politician for some people. I didn't vote for Trump. I never would vote for somebody like him. But I really think that's because I listen to all sides. I listen to the Democratic side. I listen to the Republican, conservative side, the libertarian side, the independent side. I hear from a lot of different sources and intelligent people on all sides. But I think what hurt Trump the most is him.
Yeah.
And
I think that turned a lot of people off from him. You know, by the things he said, you know, like, I mean, and not even just that. I mean, you go back further in this history where, you know, we hear about sexual allegations with young girls and stuff like that. I don't know if you've seen that one documentary on Netflix about, what's that guy?
Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, this like, and it's crazy because they're showing this. He's the current president. Like I'm talking about, we're talking about this man. It's like it's almost like we watching Surviving R. Kelly, and R. Kelly's the president.
Yeah, you're right.
This is like what?
But I think that's crazy. Donald Trump's. That's one of his strengths. He knows how to get people tuned in and ratings and get people riled up.
Yeah.
So, you know, come January, I got a feeling things are going to kind of calm out some, be less dramatic every day. Like we're on our edge of our seats. What is Donald Trump going to do or say? But unfortunately, his his reign as president of the United States is appearing to be coming to an end.
Yeah.
And so I know people, if you're dealing with the anxiety of it, what you need to do is what I would encourage you to do is pull back from it.
Stop.
You don't need to go to bed with the TV on and the news going,
or off of social media. So not just the TV, because some people lay in the bed with their phone on their phone.
More so, probably the phone than just the TV. So you got to pull back from that stuff. You have to replace those. You know that you got to do something else with that bandwidth, that mental bandwidth, because you're consuming yourself with it. And they're talking about news addiction. People are getting addicted to news and. Yeah, we got to combat that, folks. So pull back from that if that's something you're dealing with. Another thing that's coming up is the holiday season, right? We're in that season. Like you go out, if you're going anywhere, you're seeing that, at least the places that I find myself at, everybody's selling stuff for Christmas.
For Christmas,
You know what I'm saying? They're ready for Christmas already. And so, you know, this is a time of the year where it's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, right? Everybody's happy and jolly and singing good cheer. But at the same time, it's actually probably one of the most depressing times of the year for many people. For different reasons. Maybe you've lost a loved one around this time of the year. And now it's like the anniversary of their passing, and you're dealing with that during the holiday season.
Family gets together, and y'all and I, you know, they're not able to have that person join the family with you all because they're no longer here. So
and even if for those who are left, we got coronavirus, and you know,
and you can't get with your family.
That's one of the biggest. I think in what I've heard, that's one of the big, the biggest spreaders is family gatherings and large public outings, and so you can't even gather and do what you would normally do. And so sometimes people have this funk around this time of the year, and I want you to know that might be a diagnosis related to seasonal depression.
That's real.
That's a real thing. Yeah.
Seasonal depression.
It's called SAD. Yeah. Seasonal
Dang.
affective disorder. I believe that's what
Dang.
it is. Yeah. And so that's a real thing. And so it usually happens around the beginning of fall.
Mm.
It might last until, spring,
Springtime. Yeah.
window of time. And there's many different factors. The weather changes.
Yeah.
Might not be booed up. You might be feeling lonely. You know what I'm saying? You might not have
cuddle season.
Yeah, cuddle season. You by yourself in the bed. It's cold.
Cold.
Like, really cold. Like, damn, really cold. I don't know anything about that, but I'm lucky to have somebody to lay next to every night.
Yeah.
But that's real for people, and they get depressed around this time of the year, and they can't. Maybe you get depressed because you can't buy gifts for other people, or you're not getting any gifts, and all these things, make people feel a certain kind of way. And, the way to get over that, or not necessarily get over it, but to combat that is to, again, just do things that, build happiness for you. Call a family member, do something that you can do on your own. Don't, you can't just wallow in the sadness. Or
right.
Negative. You know what I'm saying? Think positive.
Yeah, and I think that's something that you should always do, period. Because like I said, if you stay there too long, then that just leads to deeper anxieties and depressions where, like it'll be hard to come out of that, if you stay there too long. And one thing I was going to mention, again, going back to, my religious beliefs, holidays, that's another thing that we don't participate in as well. So, one thing I always appreciated, I know for some people it's like, y'all don't celebrate Christmas, y'all don't do all the gift sharing. I ain't got to buy gifts for nobody.
Right.
Let me tell you, that's one of I feel like I have a huge stress relief just gone from me because, I'm not worried about, let me get so-and-so a gift. Let me get so-and-so a gift. So
right. I don't blame you. I mean, I don't celebrate. So before we had children, me and my wife decided we just don't have any desire to celebrate any of these holidays. At first my wife did, but that's I was already not doing it. And then she kind of was like, you know what, I don't have to do this. Like Thanksgiving, we get together with the family. We might cook a dinner, but we celebrate what it means to us. Christmas is now a time of celebration. We're not necessarily celebrating what everybody else might be celebrating.
Right, because that's how my dad was. My dad wasn't always a Jehovah's Witness, but he didn't celebrate in Christmas, before, he joined and things like that. So, because, you can look in the definition and see that it's a pagan holiday, but I'm not going to get into, all the details of why not, but.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They're commercial holidays. They're holidays now. And I don't know if it has ever been any different. Well, of course not. When we first began practicing some of these things, it wasn't like commercialized, but now all these holidays are just about selling Christmas cards and running the economy.
And making money.
That's that, to me. And so, so you gotta monitor how you're feeling around this time of the year, because you can find yourself feeling depressed and not really understand or even know that you're depressed. And the way that you know you're depressed is you're not doing the things you would normally do. You're not eating well, you're not sleeping well, you're easily aggravated. That's some anxiety right there, on edge about things. That's some anxiety kicking in. And so you just got to be aware of yourself and what's going on during this season. And just those are some ways to kind of combat like all the anxiety and maybe some depression around the election, because there are some people that are really down. Like there's some people who are
really
taking
hurt.
this side of the president. This thing was stolen. We all have experience with that feeling now, I guess.
Yeah.
I know how it feels to be on the other side.
Yeah, so and I think there's some people that are still anxious about what's to come.
Because who knows what's to come.
Nobody knows. So
I think we'll be fine. I really do think we'll be fine. So let's I think it's a good place to end.
Great place. You know what I'm saying? I think we had a great conversation, catching up with each other, talking about these anxieties about the elections and things that happen. And also me learning about SAD. Yes. Was it seasonal affection? Affective. Look, I'm messing it up already. I don't even know why I even gave it a try.
You got close. Effective.
So learning about these different elements about our own mental health, I think is, important. And, again, once again, appreciate, you, Eric, for sharing that stuff with me. Cause if I know I'm learning something, I know the listeners are learning something as well. So, I think these conversations are great to continue to have. And I encourage everybody that's listening to have these conversations in your own tribes, at your own homes, with your own families, your homeboys, your homegirls, and just, talk about ways that you can help each other out mentally, because we all done been through something. We all done had some type of struggle, and we can all help each other out and get to a place where we're more stable in our mind.
So, yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. So listen up. As I always say, I want to invite you to subscribe to our channel by clicking that subscribe link. If you're still listening to us on the other platforms, like us there. Share it there. We're on the Apple Podcast app, iHeartRadio, Great Convo Media. We got to figure out how to get back on Spotify, because that's like the largest.
I know we got to. We're going to figure it out. We're going to get back on Spotify. So look, just coming soon for sure.
Soon. So that's going to be our time for today. We really appreciate you guys listening and tuning in and hanging out with us. Be sure to catch our live streamed event, November the 22nd at 6.
Yes, sir.
We're going to be talking about Black men in incarceration and how that kind of plays on your mental when you have had that experience. I'm Eric the Counselor.
And I'm Des Perry.
Guys, make it a great day. Peace.
Hey guys, if you really enjoyed that episode, make sure that you like and comment, as well as subscribe to the Experience Mental Health Podcast, because this is the #1 mental health podcast in the nation.